back, taking a full look at weather now with our chief meteorologist, Dan Cianca. We've been talking about some alerts earlier tonight. Definitely some wind to be watching out for, even for a few days.
Yeah, the wind continuing into the day tomorrow, so make sure when you're taking your honey baby cakes out there for whatever your Valentine's situation is, that you have a windbreaker on, and maybe a little extra hair hold, whatever your product
Hair
is.
ties.
From ties, hats, spray on, spray off, gels, whatever you put on there. I would put a little extra on tomorrow with that wind that's going to keep blowing. You might also see some rain, and it's not going to be warm also. So let's get into it right now. Here's a look at our sunset from Salinas tonight. It was cloudy all day long in Salinas and in many cases around the bay, especially on the south and east sides of the bay today. It felt like, dare I say, a little May gray, a little June gloom, kind of that time of year, although it was colder than it is that time of year, but we had those clouds. It was not a warm day, and it was a cloudy and cool day. But the clouds, they cleared out by sunset for the most part. We did have a few of them hugging the hills and a few thin high clouds passing through. Take a look at some of these highs today. Our normal highs this time of year for most locations should be in the low to mid 60s, so we're well below that, especially on those south and east sides of the bay where we had the clouds. We stayed in the mid 50s. Salinas and Monterey. It was a little warmer in Santa Cruz in the Banana Belt. Hollister not bad at 61 degrees today. And out there tonight we do have some clouds that are keeping the temperatures up, acting as a blanket, but the wind also keeping going on out there tonight, which is going to make things feel colder. Now, as we head through the overnight hours with some clearing, we may see some of those temperatures on the coast even dipping into the upper 30s, but tomorrow morning's cold temperatures aren't the big issue here. It's the next morning's, Wednesday morning's cold temperatures, and we're going to get to that in a bit because that is going to be a big issue for us. But let's get you through the day tomorrow first. We have some high clouds again moving through tonight. They're right along the jet stream as it's digging south with a trough of low pressure digging down the coast. Because of high pressure off to our west, storm systems continue to be blocked, so to get to us, if they wanted to, they have to come in from the north, which is typically a pretty dry trajectory. We had this system that came through a few days ago, brought some showers. Got another system coming in from the north. It is fairly dry as well. It'll have a few showers bringing through the area tomorrow, but nothing too worrisome for us. In fact, not everyone is going to get rain tomorrow. Some of us are going to get skipped by those showers, and we'll talk about which areas may be more likely than others in just a moment as we go through Futurecast. But again, overnight tonight, I'm going to call it partly cloudy. We should see partial clearing by dawn, which will allow those temperatures to get a little bit cooler. And then during the day tomorrow, we'll start off mostly sunny and windy, winds gusty out of the north at times, and then a weak cold front will come through with patchy clouds and a few isolated showers. We see just a couple showing up on the map as they roll by tomorrow afternoon. If you look to your north and you see a mountain, you may be a little bit less likely to see a shower tomorrow, mostly because there'll be some ups and downs in the air movement. So if you live on a northern facing slope, you may be more likely to see it, but there really isn't too much of a difference in the chance between most locations tomorrow. We all have a pretty equal chance of getting a shower, and it's fairly low, but we will get some moving through the region. So some of us will get some rain. It'll be brief and light for the most part. If you live in the mountains, though, above 2,500 feet, it's going to be cold enough. We could see a few snowflakes mixing down, believe it or not. Not down into the lowest elevations around the bay, but the top of the Santa Cruz Mountains and some of our areas down south. Yeah, we could see a little bit of snow activities. It's going to be very cold on the backside of the system. In fact, Futurecast snow showing maybe a little bit up in our mountaintops as the system passes by from these fairly dry showers. But then the cold air settles in for Wednesday morning, and it is going to be cold. If you live inland in a valley location where that air can pool, we're probably looking at a hard freeze. The only thing working in your favor is that the winds will still kind of be there. They'll be in the process of dying down. If they shut off early enough, it is going to be very cold in the valleys, and we're looking at a widespread freeze in places like the southern Salinas Valley, most of the San Benito County valleys, maybe the Santa Clara Valley as well. We're talking upper 20s. Santa Cruz Mountain Valleys, upper 20s as well. And even to the coast, looking at patchy frost, even around the peninsula, in Santa Cruz, etc. So cold air all the way to the coast on Wednesday morning. It's going to be chilly. So temperatures tomorrow, overnight tonight, not too bad. Our lows pretty seasonable. Then highs tomorrow, not warm. 53 in Santa Cruz, a full 10 degrees below normal. Only 44 up at the summit tomorrow for your high. Bonnie doing only 45, 50 in Scotts Valley. So definitely a chilly day tomorrow. And that leads us into our cold morning on Wednesday. 53 in Salinas. A little touch warmer there in Watsonville, 55. A little downsloping wind off the Santa Cruz Mountains, maybe putting you as one of our warm spots tomorrow. Monterey only 52 tomorrow, same in Seaside. And these lows, look at these lows, and just subtract 10 degrees about for what you'll get on Wednesday. That'll give you a good idea how chilly it's going to be. Down south, we'll see highs in the low 50s for the most part, even some spots only topping out in the 40s. So looking at that 7-day forecast, coastal lows average at 32 on Wednesday. Now, this is an average forecast for cities like Santa Cruz, Capitola, Soquel, Aptos, Watsonville, Salinas, every place on the Monterey Peninsula. That's kind of factored into the coastal low. So, find your city. You feel like you're going to be like in the low 30s, maybe some cases even closer to 30 degrees, especially in like Watsonville and Salinas, okay? So pretty cold, pretty frosty on Wednesday morning. Beyond that, we'll slowly warm up. Another weather system comes through on Friday. That one looks like it may stay offshore. It's trending that way, but we could still see a few showers rotate our way. We're watching that for you. I do expect slightly warmer conditions through and out of the weekend. Inland areas, again, the story outside of a shower tomorrow is going to be the cold weather in the mornings on Wednesday and Thursday. So protect your plants, make sure your pets are indoors. Whatever you can do to stay warm. It's going to be a cold one out there.